Aides de Narthez to Amboist Finid Robert Sims, Xanafor Polo Bohs Lois of the Cushing Boarding League. Robert Renton Slatsmont is alighted as a Xanaswayer Zo Randy Unguished a Slev forfeited. Abazana's ex-wife out of torture Heather is verschont. Matspora Sims Ibawaston Vida along is Zidi Anthiget Sogan in Adam Farbration Dosia Mitlin or Bizaiter for Renchaston. Robert Onsbala Sims is in the Scottsdale in Disney's Hollydales in St. Louis, Adam Full Artfin, Elton, Illinois, and Jinsiln. Inschuld Alten Iller Leeken de Lawrence aan Zennebrima, Eve Burton, Isemerther, Zeven Brothers. The Zimus is inside Zim the Arthur Thur Habrick. The Jibber Resahir is a rubber is treat Albrick in the Out for Poppy Fabric. The Jezahir the Polo is a house for. On Kumazi, on Irabiden Kingdom, Randy, on Heather. The Nart Barn Sarmady Simsate and Ruigis on Surik at Songmaspar design a fight-side hope that the Middle Kingdom for bright. They really seem to be living the American dreams, the she and the American nation song for them, the God of us for the set and the secretary. While visiting this history in the sister to use American history in Paris, we can dislack at the good, use slack at the end of, is it the good? At the police station, an innocent Neprilin's house that seems to grow from the world. If it's the Unselheiden über Enzier own given his February. For all's act as does the court's not swan once he would in Millhouston house part, and splits behind masquerade on Pivithin the man's in the south its song. With an Eslakath and intercops, Shuck is the Buslows. On that side is let's under his here inra. Fraten President Beschreso for Imazi Voslos President Bodenli. The Kleidetar te Hever is pressrunten, by Sebereich go Vigo Freit Oberud. In the Grenzen Wohner in the Polizei Vides run the Finger of Cruset Joyce. Ich feel Havisa. We say der Seam, we round and Gansu Valley dot, Woody Habenot. You buy it. We need to thank Pyao Fats and understanding to Thansmen where that child might have been. We looked. De Polizei du suit already against a Naparschaft. Bureau Hundevien insist out of far a ween forium hostess Sims anger had not befragt. Hat Yamen den Kindes infura odus in Fartsu Gezin. Zugain bass onto Lateristis aldus si Polizei plus Afad of the Zuganortzoi. The Slims, the unnamed, Zortzi Zeps after the gun is Mississippi River, guns in their nearest houses, the Sims. We had asked Mr. and Mrs. Sims if they had any. The Sims subsifted let you find the head, and if you like your baby and food for them, you Zort to the heart, narty. And if you like heart numbers of this knee and gapped as what was too can't expect to doing that. At the end the police say about us for Kortsum in Unesterhäuser die Straße in Blank Engebron voted. On en Nark Babelishtit, it had a head of Yidistica per zone in their nearest houses they seem skazine. And under the informanza, the him in the zena, it was sent to an hour and the fabrique trick. About Elahin was a furun and slayer. Ebure hele suverin inus punkte on white afore. Vunt, he has can motif. Sodom. Does anybody is consistent for the son of Bibi and for Nuzu and Fjordfilt, nor Marlebus would in Luzagil for lack of the doctors far here in Mr. Fall, which we had none. We found no evidence that there was a scaporcanon inverse of ear problem. Can in front of a mutant canton air where there is the rich under the skin is on the stage up and furrowed water of the skin in this is a clear to the form guarded. He seems to seal the Guinness for Hong Kong. Target the Sims is for kidnapping. Thus he a pashet on the shuck, and after the old Eldon is next made risible. Obviously, we would hope that the child we have not to retrieve the skin or leaps the square, or it's somewhere longer, or that we may aside forget to Zonga ring is the chance that can lip to finding the child alive. See Tarjish Painter. We first didn't Tarjish child found us, Angan, I am Nebama, this Mississippi. On the mittagszeit Alexander Sofien Wigner hos est, wikmis een appfile in animal toneref. En a Martin a grocer Schwartz a Multutor in their toner. They Martin earn we miss dollars. In their tutor in tech Edi Ubaresta and his clan in this. Numi moten speti trovari ron damand homes union. Lying on her back, face up, lack of them Britain, on their comfort society knight. The Athena hosi evens, her inmens zuzar darthaman zuzas to go the slum. Sleep I was you were told. But she was a Baghdad. The fussy finger atrokertus totten baby swearing wieder atrokens van Heather Sims verliegen. This in courts not ilg boot off the nominated. The corporal and Dorothy's as Heather Lee Sims identifies it. The pathologan Dr. Mary Case for the autopsy does Estivistivi marks in dry Kleinens incrust the sniffer of the Lippen Insider. Obviously, this is not, for example, a sudden emphysvagans, often this kind, that's the shikens tut, das is a can unfull tut, antranga can zep smart, idle, is the smart, duh. If found of a canish shoes wonder, canish dish wonder, or our canish hinduizer of kendis mishandle, nor dish net otherly, and to its other house, a subhumans in a hand of the nazar on the moon collectator, on the skin so a sticking, and causing suffocation. And total Copperfield in the Zishno, in the Ziv Gibbon in the as if pundit. At the rates medicina Dr. Christian Schroeder had trun down the defined dilemma on the zoot. I'll give a man some chance to harm the Allah. Anastasia told us the haze in the organ and totem flag. The totem flag built in the Sistadius house does Narskim and Kaliman had skyscrapers still stand, does blood in the prot cafes in the tenacious not intact in package and two teeth skeleton and carpenter the up to dock. Upplichstaat verteilt. The publica affable the totem slacking is lu developed czar and a size low rootless developed off mid and ageless sononirong. The totem flake factory found in 80s a temperature by Henny Flake. The company cooled this old toddy open flake. That's original editions Kleintine Freenikade Mowen to United Ruin Flori. The company was at Soko Atnestins and Neftin Twent in Anka for Frankly. Kubakapa Angbart of the Ango storm, the Zakapa Anger for on board. The external appearance was that there was no Islamish continent kind of Vivizen fastin. The hound of the Vikos cooked the Mathe Isra Arthuricia as English and Fabrizar. Lilith was a little gets written as externally exerting, but it was a little bit more advanced than externally. Dr. Case comes to those. Does Heather Sims 2 yeses stick to water? Upon met him Grisha Alton in Angers Ranch on Kulik water. His court's performance he found was the Indemer Tona Gavat. The Skizix Sentiget Amun. Don Weaver, Anna de Emmeton and Stas unvoted for Fotis and Falbism has gone out. Escape Swahian Hindu staff for Paula Ode Robert Mitcha Forbation and Forbindon zu bringen, Abu Wibert beschließt, Snare to Betaik. Besonders Anna de Macron from Robert Sims, less in it loss. He made the statement to the FBI. You had him FBI giving Eva Sozak, that's Eon den fall in the side Truschen defamist Melton on Tim Font, Elisha, and Lithin Links, and Best and Sex Hatten, the Yuba Hoptimus Hatten. That is where for Miss in the Ungo Elish Besturts in the Osa. That is such a startling statement to me. I don't believe the Canna, the adtism file to tune have the contact have true and justice and against normal, Larek Soonzab and baby and Ferdnapt. After your baby is kidnapped. After Beedigung, a shot in Robert and Paula Sims at the Guns und Guard Tower and in Iden. About a Thea Mitchell in the Figun and Hades Palace's fortune and taking the Ann and Mea at Spornruggian and Sufo. The now for the Riyadh, as the Sims nor Anna under in Statlippen, Warda or Erie Sistatorpa and Fruit, Lorelei. As well as Gnostist Scenario, Robert Weir of the Arbiter and Paula's Actor House, that I must kill a man in your house, I'm drunk on this baby in future. And Giver Conspader Fat Man Scold, Yours the first droid of an unfilled, hinted in house. The Sims. Die Ermittler schätzten damals zwar Verdacht, aber sie konnten keinen Beweis finden, wie Robert oder Paula Sims mit Loreleis Tod in Verbindung gebracht hatte. The remains appear to have been the jüngere Session von Adam Tierfrescher, Martin Cezanne, die hatte die Anti-Visars für ein Erzählen, dass es sich in Nordonnerg. The same script in Denver on to drink and touch that. No, it advising leaks its nexus. Evie, my sus of that, and its maintains that might finir with murder suspects after that. And my opinion, it looked a gallant murder. Na ihren Egen en gern Fremdhalle vor dem Swatten en Führung niedergeschlagen worden. Baschat en Welde Weber entdeckt en Unschlimmigkeit en Paula's Kopfverletzung. Is of die Kottermerken Dr. Mary Case of. Dr. Mary Case is not no direct my see or in the Heather Sims out of sea for a name. These are neuropathologen, an expert into the efforts and the screens of this Napenst teams. Paula says that she saw the guy outside. Paula's actor, Guy Casamati, the house in the brush, gave room. House gave Human in 9 to gain on torch. Look at the two boot better. Paula's Kitons, Pairs Jim and MacArthur Shaw any lack of need to show. With the karate tenbazi from this is the inadong of his Zakdara. Is the inadicision of the Rangisha uses design that the fact actor smokes is. Mary Case leaned his look on Dr. in of honor night. And the mother and he said Paula is and Mary Case and Paula's ice and Paulast said, no, that impossible. In politics is in politis endeständerbevistos gaze in direct had sie end to tarning edition scorster in the day is a garnished through and the beschert on the truth and shirk inscrutiny. Kennen in very details garnished through and was kale in shonganj through detail shine came. Very detailed. By year out of Sivit of the Skaren on the Zord, the Retzmeta sinner Dr. Christian Schumer was Ken now was by einem Zogen Schlag of den Kopf passiert. By einem Schädelhahn Trauma. Finding yet as my by shouts, working, and his Schlag's working, this shadow has a Skaren and in the gewisse Viguses of in the mass and in the cups of an Hindus of pride. What does the Gu noch? Weiter in the ursprünglichen Richtung bewegt, es kommt auf der anderen Seite zu Unterdruckpitting zu sogenannten Countercuckoo. By animation Schlacken Shinnick, wherein the electric activity in the scarens on the brown. The Sinded Nicho the inner room under Stroma dische Igni selbst. Zonden or and Ignis this is a mirror of the Mino that the four Abchipitium. Paula Sims, Kenzies is organized in the Ubefa in the town. The very good after to zone the Ibawist in Turndas River and after in level. Ze turns is moon zoom vage on den Unfall on the Etnissa in a did some Unfall gefühl. This color Sims to mother on the East Outland Kindness, me on the Zoom on the Rex of this on sectatum the era next no on these fag. Eine vera netherm Heather's total carparker front and water, Bortifici of Motrum by Torpolita, Iramataplium. The Amurthner Truvenar Nether Windum sits in Pond Sims on the front Seran Scrums. The Uknantlen Mut on Vim's Hushaus, also see some tonshul, a brutal patent, torrential in Thim's house. At least Districtus Martin Moo tutor in the Heather Scarp of the Fontainebleau, some FBI lab war of Washington, D.C. Dr. Rex smeared sooner David Ettenberger had soon nest nicked field to tune, with a finger up to nor Herod and nor ardent where he father, within the unorder in the tutor. The baby was found this baby was and was a Schwartzman more tutor on this stuff. Was what is a tutor of the here's the from the Politic Corporation in Minneapolis. The item came out under the Martin name of Curbside, the capsule of the brand name of Curbside. This is a video cassette the toilet saw them offer their Sims off in the Narcos had their Sims for Shand. After Cassette Zitman and an Engelbruckner Packung de Gleichen Molten. The AMD Gleichen farm grows so on Faber the tutor in the Heather's carpet the food live on. We have even taken like my young and funds in Curbside Merton for Kmart Hegerstedt. Ettenberg for Glythe rendered their tutor in their Heather Scarpalag, with the yes and onbenots more tutor of the cuckoo sims. About te denen en straight when one in a tutor of the rolled seat content the end niek zusammenpassel. About in their tutor in their heather simslag found Ettenberg and besonderes Macmomil. Mu tutern when I was long in plastic bandage credited, and is neither powerful Rizi, so is die Tuten, likes tapuus and Viennakan. Likes tutty fresh white and hikes to seago in Borden tutor. The heat seal, as we found out here, a foreign from here Stella does a Hindi some high seago in Mavita clan a rock standard bill. And through all the content we are in a manga de rock standard, characteristics magmali and deluxe really collected on. We found namlish the stututmish glass message for swastika bond. We found incomplete melting of the heat seal. On Tansersny findet Ettenberger and a Vinci's climber of non-abon their tutor in the Heather Sims Kuffen in the border. The tutor is nicked gleich messy fresh Weisswaden. The rockstender of them Zegot for Azarten also them climber looser in their tutor. Als Ettenberger the tutor aus der Kutia the Sims en Illusiet, find hegen now under Zelma Stella the Zelma Klein in Luja. A finter the Zelma Klein at the Flein in Lujan Latucha, the Dosirok sung achtim heising Siege for Ozetur. Some chos te zitchen met mers letstu met is matmai, to Foldrip. Who are at the Silchilens trotses densu to his pulsli were ni swavio solvold. Dieses Dinon Lustgens underschiedliche Gerechtes Generic Meta, so gonna default by Nyan. As Ettenbergeny Fiplane and the Heather Sims tutor maintaining the yes and unbernordstun tutor of the Kushida Sims for Glide, start air and a undo to go you be into the gun first. As then Vinci Klein Illusion, then failure in the Schreisnot and the Übereinstoßenden Fehlblier, Thrusnas FBI, does the yes and unbernordstun more tutor in the Kushida Sims, only tutor in the Heather Sims car park if you in order, as the Zim plastic plan here state water on small in a hype fund with scenes the kind. The only other scenario of the origination of that bag would have been the einzige, now the Putkaturegeration the Statesrat for Zaden K. Marshally Allegakan is the Apologa gekauft. The genau die Halle gekauft, den Fetu als a state vor den Verlegeset was Palle gekauft. But nude nur eine to diese Rolle hätte dann genormal, das Baby and food as in 9 gelugt on an animal container got have bags left and taken one of those bags when he kidnapped the baby and then put the baby in it and threw it in trash container. The college Sai had known eerie yes in the vice, and given Stan asked him how this the Sims can in front or the life sit in front of the right wing. Ziesta von Butsaktis Paula Madden Feschrunen irritanta etwas zu tunit. Die Ermittler erfahren not with us Pungervernless is Este EU von Paul on Robert Sims. When Paula brought the little girls home from the hospital, once upon his family Tashi in a hasi kamli rubbish in the hut in the Reise in the Hilfe was Willin's daughter Laura Land Miss Deporta and Luzimich Lava, which was where the family room was. It was a walkout basement. His son Tantatu Leisman taught Laura Lyra to leave Blora the Lover Bayaman. And yes, Rito brought the Charlie Aaronsong Rendy to a Welt. Done, Nordbibs in our Elton, Illinois get sung Warren, the comedy Sims Narain Baby. As Mavita Anatorta Ansmar, Heather. Im Kanken Household Polid in Sima Mädchen Gesagtam, dass sie keine Welt retokta mir Walter, und dass sie und Robert Jungen bevorzugten. The evidence clearly suggested that boys were fun and versely skunskles muten human, fin vid choose. Word sagratut musas rather than clavim for anything. In the Nativio Bafthas at Palsita Apolistirut Notar Rodu Hattenhaus, Kane Hospital at the British. If Palomativa Tetra Heather was in Cotton was Cologne safely former 18 friends. Permanent Ether in one summer, and Romat meeting Snellugan Rendi at Palestin. And one of the comments that Paula made, the suggested finding of the zestitet at not of your muscles on stretches yet for happen to noon, does happen. The Analusen im Mertuter on the ungerein time in the Parakut Fasen, the Overfallers and 5 of this. This is from Lafstedt, Lil Mards under Art. The Stanton Watchraft vermutet is in the Nartham Dresses Napral, wherein Robert de Narts was in the Papierfabrik arbeitet, apore irritata heather a stick hat. The incorporal lick the inanimal tutu, vermutlich trike the handshoe, then a swedden kind of finger apricot of the tutu gaffon. Nartim Mort, fated polar in the south er Elden, did to the Titan Olubsund. Dalt lick the heather scupper in the crease frame. The Katna Hus at Zurich, garden of red staddy for Irma. Then arranged the also with the estapoli time net geladet, on Toish Rinsley, Wasten the Kiffer. As Porlas Oten am nächsten Tag found the Kindes in Furen affair, which reasons is offered Ihren Wullup to be enden on the house zurück to Karen. I don't want it to ruin your vacation. Das bedeutet eine Änderung in Ihren Plan. Denn nun muss Palat zurück in das Haus ihrer Eltern fahren on Heather Scopa aus dem Geoffrey Schrunker household before the zurückkommen. The weiß nicht for him the gains all, for Moody, should essen Walshark. On Paula beschließt Heather Scopa verdammt nach Hause zu nehmen und in Geoffrey Schron im Keller zu legen. The Polizei at Midlavala, the Durchsuchung des Hauses beendet. Not dry tongue, most polluted copper and for Alamalos wool. They feared on the fields 5 miles, evacuated in Mississippi, on the huge trees of an Enkorprats on. Then they fought on the Corporalis Sea and they moved on the souls. Vo finit in Venispeted Euphilis on the Enkro. It was very tion in the Corona, evacueals as from a verfeuchtlitsum, very systematic. Abapala Sims had a nigga doctor's Monday mood to the on the zoo from Wolver, in the year of our 2000. On the other Ornifa Moody as Irrigafussa from Slack and Skinnick, with Sunshaft like and Laughed World. As you walk to the Sins home, when man am hostess Sims far be mac the munchno to sim the zoom, then Zuverfus from. And die Anschomoven in Barbrum and Preven Monjitas house near Unshod Farman, and his was Southie. They had a son of Sata Sedahadavi at Escal Palabibro Thimni Modabatis and I really and Moston. Reese Tostin Rossin V specialities and raised Glen to Otto Anfried Dega Robaville. Robert Sims with his Mose and even Biden first release at Verdun, and to an Aline's Federation's flight at Sweden school trained. Dean Robertson Sulan Ka Meshulim and all. This rad of Elend for Smithies Biden Fiblis and Sutum Sua. Waspring animuted zu ihr einen Kinder am Pubringing. Das Beschef E.T. Pusu Logan Beschoid zu Mashbill Dr. Misho Hill Osterhader. They lighted as Westphalian Centers for Forensische Puschiatrie in Eckelburn. Momo Sijalisham and Iron Kinder to two bringing song afar, the Amtipel the bringing of the song. It was the force tank and enough. There's been come to the clubs the first hand emotion, or Spiven, words the one, the region of motors. I most of them here in the region. Preparations, a lick mulsen, are kme endless into tolens has, and mother van Hask and calls his own Tatik and Frisisch, the fortite in the of and a Hebrew is also used to initiate show kent and the Malachtite and Tatum bis of the Theon is a in bispercent a short daily as lecta, as in Vesca, as that least in the last and such pressure in Glaser in airs. Each Crift police plaranset in Cranton in Ayrshire. Aber die Psyche der Täter lässt nicht vorständig ergründen. Spürt eine psychische Erkrankung eurer Nation vor die Abtale? Wieder habt die Polizei as the Wismar the Trumptea for runballs. Darren on Dally Routier, and young as Parma Swansea's hat dry kind then Zexy Regan Devon, then Finfrey Regan Damon, on the Art Mona to Alton Drake. Darren Routine is the Folacrosi on the Nima, Darliest House for, on Komadzi on the Kinder. Amateur section uni get Darren Routine, it's Mona to Alton Zone Drake, break fruit to bed. It's my ieder and young environment in woonsie for them fansia Angus laffa. Their motors left off them sofa. But stand a sheet, it's dolly shbeta rapu chai. Courts not help dry brushed on Manin's house and especially Biden flattened in kinder, on Petrotschruslich or Dolly made an messa. Ner got courts and camps, flee their anbrusher, on Dolly roofty police side. One burst entered the house. I walked up the hospital to the food club som unserem, aboard by Field, Fusum, Tart, Ash Field. It's like Kinder, Devon, and Damon, like Dagon sloth of the Bonne, and Damon were laying on the floor. They were not moving. There's Exuriga Devon is taught. Damon Lepna. About a finfurly a stoke of them wickets in Canton House. Dally within Canton House by Anton. They hats woke up, then the hat's winder is no comnet, naming the hat's flight or. They had armor and a shield and an arm. Die Polizei mit Hinweiser on Darley is the Unsiegetschagen. They were shrived in ungraveyard and Knup, unmet a nonsuch cross and weiss and man mit Swartham hemd, jeans Horser, und a baseball mitze. In the garage of the Rotiers is this fliegen guitar dork Schmitten. The Rodbrischen Haber Schmidt of the important final lesson on the Rente hinter im hier dorke Christian before a Flucht encounter. Swahili's a weiter finiti Polizei an ein blutigen Stormf. I was in this Hurien and deed singen Swiss I'm what Ethan's aus occurred. Between the kitchen and the room where the murders occurred, in the curd, I was a move remarked soon. Why the great rungo the great dame with his own notice all to the sorrows is und Jesus gekrausen und mit aus on Nemesis so uns angfest sir. Well, isn't this all this machine? It is a move is occurred at the room that it's Ozazanzun. Thus we had fall of don't wish to evolve away from us. Verandas and Getty Polizei under in Wisen Artsies the untamed outfended. They vermuted as their Tata Doxters flinging guitar for them Garas and fencers in the South Kalaka. Dali Rotias Octa Austasi Schlief aus der Anbria ihr bei Benjuna a monitor. The Varta Ulf aus der An Messa and Iram has distributor. Scarvan or Kumf, or the ungrateful floor Doshi Garza. Imandarens Etnemis of Vietnissen in Oberlin Stockwork names an art monitor and on Drake's leaf, on east of work to as a hurt to Viglaze at Sabra. When he walked into the family, a come as on to as the police say Shandarva. Him on the hat neat, it was a fort to crack. Was a Smith and Keenden, was a Smith Dolly. Zonden a het gesagt. It is Stalin is schoen. On her tennis goes at the goes, doesn't she have gorgeous breast? Naren said there in Zucca, a Shinish and Dinten Brazil in Brazil Walter by Zoana Guda Zind and Blondina, the Russian of Visolsum, Schlüssel kek the Grand Zo Biden Zona Fulobed. Nisglob Nisla said Suzu Saipong Convo stopped Darley O Sagafarba. The fact of Darley was going to live or not. In the Kushan and Thechi Police say and messes at Midwise and Gliffin, Honest Field. A shrine at the Dinwaitwefe, namely Shansokafim once 1 centimeter long as Missa, a Stakochi the routine stunt. The blue Trumpson of the Emboden were then photographed yet on men and named proben for Dan artists. The blue Trump from Ven honor of it was Andres on the south, of Iragrossa on ear form. Dali's blue fresh meat is not a tent, is teen fights and Vicky is bevice middle. The greats made it seen a horfern, des arts is hymned from Matthew and Ubedi tan leaf and water. The splut of them Stromf, the afterschneidse gefunden wurde, stammt from einem debatten human. Dorn ist ma Spu under the Polizei, Colonel Anna Spu and taking the vital food, that's genau bestit is in Fundam. Why would an intruder Vunnen Zunden and with his Zundwarden Dischen, someone questioned Madam corners in the parliament, and in Zupa Madam she such Dornf of honor, Pesse turn the class in which to turn this to police saying something come day stuck in Nanum Betona warden and then Delice. We're down a storm sewer drain. The police think thickest navideta on the street garden. Darley dat the house. That's where I'm breathin' now say who should losing it. I'm little blessed to losing it.